Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Monday evening gentle yoga. This is also the 92nd live streaming class since we started this almost 8 weeks ago. I guess we're going into our 8th week or somewhere in there. Gentle yoga tonight. So I'm sitting up on a blanket. We're going to be sitting for a little while. So if you wish, sitting up on a firm cushion, a blanket that you could fold a few times to give it some height, something where you may be able to find your hips and your knees in the same at the same level. All right. And Sukhasana pose, maybe just lining your heels up. You can even place one foot on top of a calf if that feels okay. We won't be here very long. So if indeed your legs start to bother you, you can always open them into a wide seated stance. So let's go ahead and come all the way up, sit on the table or sitting on your sitting bones, roll your shoulders down your back, and just let your hands rest in your thighs, or on your lap. Hands in your lap or on your thighs. Palms can be up or palms can be down. Up, it's like you're giving or receiving, and down, you're more conserving. All right, either way. Relax your shoulders. So allow your arms to be heavy and close your eyes. Draw awareness to your breath. Allow the breath to travel smoothly and slowly in and out through the nose. Taking it a little deeper into the belly. Fill your ribs. Feel the rise of the chest as your lungs completely fill, letting it go slowly, drawing the navel up and in slightly, as though you're trying to press the diaphragm back up into the lungs. Please be sure you're not forcing the breath. It should be easy. It should be full. And every time you breathe out, it should feel as though you're letting go of something. Allow your chin to drop toward your chest, but keep your shoulders down your back. So the spine remains tall. We're just creating a little heaviness in the head to draw attention out from the area behind your neck or between your shoulders. On your next breath in, begin to guide your chin towards your right shoulder. And then exhale, release it down to your chest, and inhale to the left shoulder. Exhale, release, chin to chest, inhale to right shoulder. Exhale, release it down. Inhale to left shoulder. Exhale, release your chin to your chest. And then inhale, roll those shoulders back. You're going to lift your chin. Open the throat. Fill the lungs. And then all the way back to center. Good. So what kind of day did you have today, Monday? I don't know if you had stress or something going on that kind of upset you, or if you just had a lazy day. So we're just going to move a little bit tonight just to kind of put all of that behind us. All right, just a little bit of movement, some nice stretches. So if you require 2 yoga blocks, if you have 2 yoga blocks, that might be a good thought to keep them near the front of your mat. I've used photo boxes. These are my props photo boxes. I've also used the antiseptic towels. You can't adjust the height on these though, and you certainly can't put too much weight. They're a little wobbly, but they do help in some instances when you cannot get your hands to the floor. So that's an option too. Or 2 nice big books, they're the same size. Okay. So that's a thought. See if you can just roll over your knees, if possible, and come into table pose on your mat. I'm going to remove my blanket. So we'll move into table pose and take your toes back toward the edge of your mat. Let's get the knees under the hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. And just let your head drop gently. Maybe a little bit of motion, side to side, up and down. Okay. So let's inhale, curl the tailbone up, soften the belly toward the floor, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, drop the chin. Begin to round your spine from the top all the way to the bottom, tucking the tailbone. Draw your navel in. Inhale again, tailbone up, belly soft, gaze forward. Exhale, chin drops, round your spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale into your cow, shoulder blades toward each other, and then gently pressing forward as though they're trying to expand your heart. As you exhale, we're going to draw those shoulder blades away from each other. Round your spine, create space between the vertebrae. Again, inhale, cow pose, Vinyasana. Exhale, cat pose, Marjoriasana. Good. Come back to your neutral table. Take the fingers a little wider, pinky finger, outer edge of mat, and then just maybe half a handprint forward. All right, so we're going to inhale, tailbone up, belly soft, gaze forward. Exhale, drop the chin and start to round back. So you're going to press your hands forward and coax your tailbone closer to your heels, but don't move your hands. Inhale, the chin stays tucked. Roll yourself out. Tailbone up, belly soft, head lifts. Exhale, drop your chin, round your spine, tuck the tailbone, and press back. Inhale again as you move forward. Feel that flow of motion from tailbone to crown of head. And exhale, drop the chin, round your spine, and press back. Inhale, come all the way through. Keep the chin tucked. You're going to bend your elbows, lower your thighs, and then press your hands down, lift your gaze. Little bit of modified upward facing dog. Exhale, hips lift, press back. Inhale again, gliding forward, press up. Exhale, lift, and press back. Engage your core muscles to lift your hips. Again, inhale, just glide forward. Lower, roll the shoulder blades toward each other, expand across the chest, look up. And exhale, use your core again. The hips and the thigh bones are the largest and heaviest bones in our body, so really use your core to lift. Inhale, come all the way through again. We're pressing up to modified upward facing dog. Now don't move your hands. Just lower yourself slowly until your chin touches the floor. Notice your hands are perfectly positioned for a couple cobras. Let's lengthen the legs. Just pick one leg at a time. Point your toes. Lengthen. Make sure your pointer fingers are pointing forward. So that's going to keep your elbows near your ribs. So inhale just a few inches from the mat. So you're engaging your back body and your front body. Feel that, and exhale, lower. Again, inhale just a few inches, shoulders away from your ears, and exhale, lower. Inhale again, coming up maybe a little higher, and exhale, release down. Now try to keep your glutes soft. Don't squeeze your cheeks together here, okay? You're going to inhale, draw the chest forward and up, draw your belly forward, lengthen your spine, feel that traction, release your glutes, no tightness in your cheeks, and then slowly all the way down. One more cobra. Ready? Inhale, draw up, belly and chest, lengthening forward and up, soft glutes. As you exhale all the way down, then just press your hips back again towards your heels. Allow your forehead to come to the floor and bring your arms all the way around, hands by your feet with the palms up. Just soften your shoulders. Relax your back. Feel your knees. Breath moving, nice. Good. And then we're going to come back up to table pose. Okay. Engage your lower abdominal area here. Okay. We're going to extend the left leg straight back. So press into the heel, toes facing the floor, and take your right hand forward. Reach out through the fingers. Now keep your gaze down at the mat. So we have a long neck. We're not pinching the neck. Pressing into that left heel. Try to take that leg a little farther away from your right hand. Spinal balancing, sunbird pose. Left hand pressing down as though you're trying to press the floor away from you. Yoga is such a safe space to practice how to deal with tension and anxiety in stressful situations. Think of this as a stress that you may have run into today. How are we going to get past this? We do by using our breath. With that nice deep breath in and a slow breath out. Good. Take one more breath, and we're just going to release the hand down. Okay, the left toes are going to slowly drop. When they touch the floor, take them flat to the mat right in back of your right toe so it forms a T. Your left toes should be facing the long side of your mat. Now take your right hand, maybe half a handprint in front. Bring your left hand to your hip and open your chest to the long side of the mat. So it should look like you're on a balance beam. If you look at your right hand, right knee, right foot, left foot, you're all going down a line here. That's a balance beam. Okay? Now, if you can, opening up your left ribs a little bit more. See if you can take that left arm to the sky. Keep your hips up. Don't let them sag to the floor. We don't want to come down. Okay? We want to keep them up. Everything's in a nice line here. Turn the left palm. Take a deep breath and see if you can open that arm, taking it over your ear. Press the left foot down. Reach out through the left fingertips. Now you can stay right here. This is fine. We're going to challenge our balance just a bit by lifting that left leg. Now remember, your right hand, your right knee, and your right foot are all in a line. This is going to work focus. Focus. Breathe. Good. Go ahead, lower the foot. Take your arm back up. Bring the hand to the floor. Bring your left knee back to table pose. Just walk your hands back to your knees, curl your toes under, roll your wrists. We spent a lot of time on that wrist. Want to make sure that they feel good. All right. You know what you do? You bring them together like a prayer, and then make some figure eights, or just even if you want to interlace your fingers and make some figure eights. Now I'm going to go backwards. That's hard. All right. Other side. Okay. You're in table pose. Inhale into the cow. Exhale into your cat. One more time. Inhale into the cow. And exhale, chin drops, spine rounds, tailbone tucks. Come to neutral table. Okay, so we're going to engage the low belly, or the belly and your low ribs. Take that right leg straight back. Toes facing the floor, press into the heel. Bring your left hand forward. Take that heel a little farther away from the fingers. Make sure you're not holding your breath. There's a tendency sometimes to hold your breath, and what you'll notice when you do that is maybe you're holding tension, and usually it's in the jaw area. So make sure that breath is moving, nice and easy, in and out. Good. One more breath in. We're going to lower left hand to the floor. Start to drop your right toes. When they touch the mat, drop them to the left so they form a T with the left hand. All right, move your left hand about a half a handprint forward, and then take your right hand to your hip. And open your chest to the long side of the mat. Again, you're on a balance beam, so this is going to be challenging here. It challenges not only the physical practice, but your mental practice as well, our focus. And if your shoulder's okay, see if you can take that right arm to the sky. Okay. Turn the palm, take a breath in, and reach that arm over your ear. I'm starting to feel the effects of the balance already, like I'm wobbling here. Okay, you have left hand, left knee, left foot on the mat. See if you can slowly lift that right leg. Keep your chest facing the long side of the mat. Good. Lower the foot. Take the arm back up. Replace your hand to the mat. Bring your right knee back so you're in table pose. Inhale into the cow. Exhale into a cat. Curl the toes under. Inhale into your cow. This time, exhale, start to lift your hips as though you're moving toward downward facing dog, but we're going to keep the knees bent. So let your head drop between your upper arms. Spread your fingers wide. Press into the thumb and pointer finger mostly. Okay, curl the tailbone up a little bit. Lengthen the spine. And then pressing one heel back at a time. Just one heel. And then switch sides. We want to give that area of your body, the calf and your hamstring, just a little bit of a chance to bring some length in there. So we want to hold that pose just for a little bit here. So you feel the muscle opening into some tendons or ligaments, maybe around the ankle. Switch sides again, just to get nice stretch, heel to the floor. Good. Now lift both heels, come up on your tippy toes. Squish those toes a little. Good. Now lower both heels. If your heels aren't touching the floor, just walk them in just enough until your heels are connected to the ground. Press into your heels. And then activate your thighs by pressing your thigh bones to the back of the room. Heels pressing down. Thigh bones pressing back, hips lifting high, back nice and long. There's so much going on in this pose. Good. All right, so we're going to just soften the knees and walk your hands back to your legs. When you get there, take ragdoll pose. Bringing your hands to your opposite elbows, and then just let everything kind of hang. So take some softness into your knees, tuck the chin, and just hang out here, maybe sway a little side to side, up and down, whatever feels good. Release your hands and just roll yourself all the way to standing. Just roll gently with the arms and the head being heavy. Last thing to come up, shoulders and chin. All right. So where you are on the mat, don't move. Keep your toes moving toward the short end of your mat. Just turn yourself towards your right side. Just turn yourself towards your right side. Keep your toes going to the short end of the mat. You're going to drop the chin and start to round down the right side of your body. So arms are heavy. Come down as far as you can. Just hang out for a little bit here. Just hang out. And then if you see you can come down just a little farther. And press your feet into the floor and come back up the right side. Come back up the right side. Whew. All right, we're going to keep our toes going toward the short end of the mat. Turn your body to the left. Drop the chin. Let the arms be heavy. Arms and shoulders, upper body, everything starting down the left side. Traveling all the way down as far as you can. And again, you may end up at a place where you need to stop, but then you might be able to take it a little deeper. And then press your feet into the floor and slowly bring yourself all the way back up. All the way up and then back to center. Roll the shoulders down your back. All right. How are we doing so far? I'm getting a little warm here. Okay. So we're at the back of our mat. We haven't walked forward yet. We're at the back. Okay. Inhale, take your arms to the sky. And then exhale, swan dive. So we're going to open the arms, lift the chin a little, lead with your chest, hinge at the hips. Take a little softness in the knees if you wish. Release your hands toward the floor, tuck the chin, and just forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your shin of your knees. Use a little leverage to draw the chest forward and look forward. And then exhale back into your fold. Again, inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Then either bent knees or straight legs. Inhale, press your feet into the floor and sweep the arms to the sky. Looking at your thumbs if you wish, and taking a back bend if you wish. Always your choice at the top. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bent knees or straight legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, take your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, walk your hands all the way back to downward facing dog. Heels pressing into the mat, hips up high, head between upper arms, thighs pressing back, tailbone curled up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Good. Now come up on your tiptoes. Start to shift the weight into your upper arms. You want to feel your into your upper body. Your arms are strong here. On your tiptoes, just walk your feet all the way to the front. Bend your knees as you go. Get your feet all the way between your hands. And then forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bent knees or straight legs. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So yesterday was Mother's Day, and instead of a moon salutation yesterday morning for a flow, we did a mom salutation. So I thought we would do that again today. It's pretty cool. It involves two things that I'm going to show you real quick. And what you might want to do if you need your blocks, and you probably won't, but if you want to, maybe place one at each end, just in case. All right, one at each end, just in case. Okay. So the two moves here are Skandasana and reverse Skandasana. These are some nice deep stretches. Okay, so at some point, we come into a lunge. And actually, you know what? I'll do it this way. I'll show you reverse this way first. So when we're in the lunge, okay, Skandasana, heel to floor, toes to the long side of the mat, and you just come down. I'll show you what it looks like. So Skandasana is just here. Okay, and you can keep your hands on the floor, that's fine. Okay, so that's that one. And then we just slide to the other side at some point, same thing. Heel to the floor, toes up, sitting down. Okay, the reverse Skandasana. Now let me do this. In reverse, the knee that's in the front, okay, the toes are, all 10 toes are going to go to that side. So reverse, the 10 toes turn toward the long side of the mat. So you're on the knife edge of the left leg here. We don't want to sink the hips to the floor. We want to try to keep them lifted. Okay, and then this arm can reach back. That's reverse. All right, so let's just see how it goes. Start in the center of your mat facing the long side. So again, these are moon salutations. Moon salutations. But we call them mom salutation because there's goddess. Utkatta Konasana. Okay, so from the center of your mat, we'll take this nice and slow. Okay, inhale, arms reach high, palms touch. We're going to exhale, take Ardha Chandrasana, which is the standing half moon to the right. And then inhale, come up and take it to the left. Standing half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, both arms up. And we're going to step or jump to 5-pointed star. All 10 toes facing the long side of the mat. All 10 toes facing the long side. 5-pointed star. Now turn your toes out, and we're going to move down into our goddess squat. Utkatta Konasana. Good. Then we're going to come up. We'll turn to the right to take a triangle. So right toes to the short side, left toes turn in. Lengthen, right arm out over your leg. Hand comes down, left arm up. Trikonasana triangle. Okay, find your triangle. Pull that left hip back a little, lengthen out through the right side waist, and we close the triangle into Parsvottanasana. So this is where if you want to put your hands on a block, left hand can come down to your leg, maybe fingertips to the floor. If you cannot get there, maybe to a block or a support in the front. Square the hips, so we're pulling the right hip forward, right hip back, left hip forward, flattening out your low back, okay? So just take a nice couple breaths here. We're not flowing yet, we're just playing with the poses. So just finding Parsvottanasana. Good. All right, so we're gonna pivot onto the left ball of our foot. And you can take a low lunge if you want to bring the knee down, but it's going to come up shortly. Otherwise, let's come up to crescent lunge. Find crescent lunge. Okay. Then from here, as I said, you can put the knee down, but it's going to come up here in a bit. Hands come down, all right, knee is off the floor. All 10 toes now to the back. Right hand comes over, reaches for that right foot or left foot. Come back around to your lunge. Okay, so we're going to move into that Skandasana. Left heel on the floor, hands to heart center. Now just slide to the left. Right heel on the floor. Good. Hands down. Continue spinning all the way around again. All 10 toes to the back. Left arm reaches. Hands come back. We're going to take that either a low lunge. You can put your knee down if you want, but we're going to, or crescent lunge. So reaching up. All right. Hands come down. Just step your right foot in just a little and take it flat to the mat. So we're back to Parsvottanasana. Again, if you need to put hands on a prop, do that. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Flatten the low back. Chin towards shin. Feel that beautiful stretch into the hamstring. Sliding your left hand up your leg somewhat, take your right arm to the sky and come into triangle pose. Both feet pressing down, fingertip, heart fingertip. Come all the way back up. Turn all 10 toes to the side and come down into your goddess. Back up to 5-pointed star, all 10 toes to the long side of the mat. And we're going to step or hop, feet to center, hands to the sky. Take that half moon to the right. Come all the way up. Half moon to the left. All the way up. And release the arms down. And then we take the whole sequence to the other side. So let's see if we can flow this one a little bit more. And then we'll try to go both sides again. Just a little bit more of coordinating our breath with our movement. And just maybe taking the triangle and the Parsvottanasana intense side stretch, maybe just holding them for a few breaths, just to kind of feel that pose and that awesome energy that's moving through our bodies. Okay, so you're at the center of your mat. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, half moon to the left. Press left foot in, come up. Exhale, half moon to the right. Press right foot in, come up high. Step to 5-pointed star, 10 toes to the long side of the mat. Turn your toes out, palms up. Drop the tailbone, belly up and in, goddess. Open arms, turn to triangle to the left. Left toes to the short side, right toes turn in. Lengthen. Left hand down, right arm up. Find your triangle. Open into your space. Engage your legs. Right hip drawing back, left thigh bone in. Close your triangle into side stretch, intense side stretch. Hands to your shin or the floor. Pull that left hip back. Bring that right hip slightly forward. Good. Release. We're going to take hands to the floor. Come up to our crescent lunge. I almost forgot it. And then release back down. Take the reverse skandasana. Left arm sweeps all 10 toes to the long side of the mat. Come back around. Right heel down, toes up. You're into your left side. And then we're going to slide. Keep the butt low to the right. Okay, left toes up, heel down. Hands to the floor, continue all the way around. Sweep that right arm toward the back. Come back to center. Crescent lunge. Good. Release the hands down. Step the left foot in slightly. Turn your toes a little more toward the short side. Intense side stretch. Left hip forward, right hip back. Chin toward shin. Then take right arm down. Right arm is going to walk up your leg slightly. Left arm goes up to the sky. Take your triangle. Feel. Come all the way up. All 10 toes turning out. Goddess squat. Come back up. All 10 toes to the long side of the mat. 5-pointed star. Step or hop to center. To the left. Inhale, come up. To the right. Inhale, lift high. And release down. Ah. All right. One more time each side. We're going to flow now. Nice and easy. If you wish to skip one of those poses, just stay in the lunge or your triangle or your side angle, and then we'll just catch up. All right, so just see if we can just move right through here. Hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, jump to 5-pointed star. Turn toes out. Come down to your squat. Good. All the way back up. Toes to the right. Move into triangle. Reach up. Close the triangle. Side stretch. Hips square. Pivot on back foot and take your lunge. Hands come down. All 10 toes to the back side of the mat. Sweeping right arm over. Come back around to the front. Left heel down, toes up. Slide to the left. Right heel down, toes up. Hands down, spin it all the way around. Good. Hands back to the mat. Lunge. Hands come down. Step the right foot in a little. Straighten out both legs. Take your Parsvottanasana. And then inhale, sweep that right arm to the sky as you move right into your triangle pose. Good. Come all the way up. All 10 toes out. Squat. Reach back up. 10 toes to the long side. Step to center. Ardha Chandrasana to the right. Press up. To the left. Press up. And release down. All right, just one more time, then going to the other side first. How are we doing? Doing okay? All right. It's your practice, so do what you want. Remember, I'm just offering you suggestions, and you can pick and choose whatever works for you. All right. Hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep arms high. We're going to take it to the left first. Inhale, press up. and then to the right. Inhale up, step to 5-pointed star. 10 toes to the front. Turn 10 toes out. Utkatta Konasana. Come down a little deeper. Keep your knees tracking towards your toes. Open your elbows. Take your elbows back, open across your chest. All the way back up. We're going to take triangle first to the left. Turning your left toes away. Lengthen. And take your triangle. Close the triangle. Right arm comes down. Square the hips. Hands down, pivot on the back foot, ball of the foot to the mat, come up to your lunge, crescent lunge. Release, hands down, pivot on your feet, all 10 toes to the back of the mat. Come back around, bend into your left knee, right heel to the floor, right toes up. Slide, slide to the right, left toes up, heel to the floor. Hands down all the way around to the back. Hands down again. Crescent lunge. Hands down. Flatten that left foot. Take your side stretch. Open your triangle. Left arm comes up. Right arm slides up the leg. Come all the way back up, all 10 toes turning out. Squat. Back up, 10 toes to the long side, 5-pointed star. Step to center. To the left. Inhale up. And to the right. Inhale. And exhale, float it down. Oh. That's a big flow. I mean, it's not like doing a lot of chaturangas with cobras or up dogs or whatever, you know, not a lot of push-ups, but you're still touching a lot in our bodies. Okay, let's just go to the front of your mat. Inhale, take your arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands down. Step the left foot back. Inhale, right foot back. Plank pose. Exhale, slowly come all the way down. Release your toes. Inhale, draw the crown of the head, chest, belly, up and forward. Release your glutes, lengthen your spine. Release chin to floor. Let's press to child pose. Touch your big toes. Take your knees a little farther apart. Settle the belly between your thighs, forehead to the floor. Arms reaching out in front, fingers spread wide. Draw that mat back towards you. Expand your back. Deepen your breath. Soften your spine to take your tailbone a little closer to your heels. And slowly bring yourself back up. Table pose. So if you can, cross your legs behind you and roll over them. Go ahead. Otherwise, just shoot them out to the side and bring your legs all the way to the front. Okay. So our feet are toward the end of the mat, hands down by your side. Okay, we're just going to draw our feet in just enough until they're on the floor. So the feet are on the floor. Come up nice and tall. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, roll yourself forward, and then with that C curve in your back, start to draw yourself back, holding your belly and engaging. Draw those shoulders down your back, chest lifting. See if you can just lift your right leg. Keep your knees in line. Just your right leg is lifting. Now release the right foot, lift the left. Release your left and come all the way back up. Okay, we're going to take our boat pose just a little differently now, just a little differently. So see if you can take your right hand and reach down and grab the pinky toe side of your left foot. Okay, so if you can take that leg out. Left arm comes back. Now see if you can take that right leg and lift it. Take a little twist to the left. Reach that left hand away from your right foot and continue pressing your left foot into your right arm. And you're balancing and you're breathing. Good. Right foot back to the floor. Come all the way back. Whew. Okay, left hand. Pinky toe side of your right foot. You're going to take that leg up if you can. Always use a strap or a towel or something if you cannot. You could even take the 2 peace fingers, I guess, and grab that big toe. I just happen to like grabbing the outer edge of the foot. Okay, so right arm is going to go back, and we're going to come back and balance and lift the left leg. Now see if you can take a little twist to the right. And then go ahead. We're going to bring the left foot down and release. Ah, pretty cool. Not sure where my scarf is. Hold on a minute. My shoes. There we go. So if you have a scarf, if you can't reach your foot, if you have a scarf or a yoga strap, you might want it for this one. We're going to play with a little bit. Okay. Again, it's another variation on boat. We're going to cross left ankle over right ankle. And I'm going to take my right hand to grab my right big toe. So if you can't get your hands around that toe, maybe take it around the right foot. I'll keep my left hand back here first. So I'm going to come back and straighten out both legs. All right? Then take left arm up. Or you can take the left hand down and see if you can walk it back a little bit more into a twist. Now I can take my hand to the outside of that foot. Same thing. Again, you can keep the left hand up, or you want to take it down, maybe walk it back. See if you can open across the collarbone a little bit more. Continue pressing the foot, your right foot into your right hand. And then bend the knees and come back to center. Oh, feel that up the right side of your back. Switch your feet. So right ankle's on top of left. So left hand is going to reach down and grab either the big toe or the foot, or again, if you wish, place your scarf just around the ball of the left foot. So when you take your legs up, okay, you're holding on and it's just around the left foot. Okay? Ugh. So we're going to extend those legs. Right arm goes around behind you. You can bring it to the floor. Try to open your collarbone a little bit more. Keep the chest lifting, head up. Find the balance if you wish. Breathe. And then bend and come back. So many variations on boat pose. But those are a little easier than just, taking boat and holding that pose for a length of time. Allowing our arms to kind of participate with our feet. Just some variations. It's kind of fun to play with. Okay, bring your feet to the mat. Take your 2 peace fingers and we're going to reach down and grab the big toes. This time we are grabbing the big toes. Big toes press into hands as the hands draw back. Okay, so find your balance again. Keep your shoulders down your back. Lift the chest. Good. Can you take one leg out? Press that foot into the fingers. Get a good stretch into the arms. Press those toes away. Bring that one back. Try the other side. Same thing. Fingers press, or fingers are pulling back. Toes pressing into fingers. Nice shoulder stretch. Ooh, bring it back. Still balancing? All right. Take both legs out. Toes pressing into fingers, fingers pulling back. It'll be easier if you have the energy engaged here, both directions. Bring your legs together into Ubhaya Padangustasana. Ubhaya Padangustasana. Press those toes into the fingers. Get your shoulders a good stretch. And then release. All right. Let's go ahead down onto your backs. So bring your feet flat to the floor, close to your butt. We're going to flatten the back to the mat, drawing the navel in, eliminating that curve, and lengthening the tailbone towards your heels. Okay, take your arms out to the side with the palms up. Good. Continue drawing your core in nice and tight. We're just going to press the feet into the mat and just lift your hips. Draw that navel in, tuck the tailbone, and lower. One more time. Pull the navel in, lengthen, and lower. Good. All right, draw your knees in. Now you can give yourself a hug. Keep the knees in close to your chest and open your arms out to the side with the palms up. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, allowing your knees to drop towards your right elbow. You can bring your right hand to your left knee if you wish. And you can keep your left arm out to the side, or if you want, reach it over your head to the wall behind you. And what is there? Gently press your left hip forward and see if you can really open your left ribs. If the arm is over your head, go ahead and bring it back. Release your right hand and bring your knees back to center. Bring your head back to center as well. Another deep breath in as you exhale, knees to left elbow. Left hand can rest on top of your right knee if you wish. If you want to take your right arm over your head, you can. You can press your right hip gently forward. You can turn your head a little to the right. If your arm's over your head, go ahead, bring it back. Bring your head back, release your left hand, guide your knees back to center. All right. You can prepare yourself for corpse pose if there's another pose that your body requires, an inversion, a back bend of any kind. Otherwise, maybe just coming into reclining bound angle, soles of feet pressing together, or take your legs out onto the mat. Let the feet drop to the side. That's going to release your low back. Press your head down onto the mat. Lift your back and then just lower slowly. Notice how your shoulders are now completely grounded. Make your arms really heavy and feel down from your hips to the soles of your feet, making your legs heavy as well. Close your eyes and use your breath to move smoothly and slowly all the way through your body. Paying attention to any area that's crying out for a little extra attention. And then slowing the breath down gently by taking a full breath in and a slow breath out, and then maybe a little pause at the bottom of the out breath. Again, it's not forcing the breath. This should be smooth and easy, just a nice deep breath in, slow breath out, a little pause. If you can take your in breath, your out breath, and your pause over a 15-second period, you're down to 4 breaths a minute. Over 20-second period, you're down to 3 breaths a minute. Allow your breath now to come in its own normal rhythm. Bring emotion slowly back into your body, into your legs, into your arms, moving your head from side to side. When you are ready, drawing your knees into your chest, rolling yourself gently onto your right side. Then using your arms to carefully guide you back to your seated pose. Once you are seated, roll your shoulders down your back, allowing your hands to rest again heavily in your lap or on your thighs. Close your eyes. Finding that nice, even, smooth breath once again. Draw it in through the nose, but allow it to leave through your mouth, just through a little space between your lips. and open your eyes. Release your hands to your side. And with another big breath, reach our arms all the way to the sky and draw that energy to your hearts. So thank you so much for joining me this evening for this gentle yoga. I hope you enjoyed the moon salutations. They're just a very nice flow. Again, the skandhasanas can be a little challenging, but you can modify and do the poses to whatever works for you. If you just want to remain in, intense side stretch and then just move right to the other side, that's fine too. So modifying what you need to find the flow that works for you. The light in me honors the divine light within you. Have an awesome rest of your evening. Namaste.